Welcome to Milo's Mods, ladies and gentlemen. So this is a comparison video between the OG Unicorn and the new Tactical Edition from Out of Darts. Let's begin, shall we? Start off with the OG version since it came out first. The original Tactical Unicorn the original Unicorn came out in 2024. Or excuse me, 2023. I apologize, ladies and gentlemen. Basically what it is this is just a pump action springer, nothing more, nothing less. Now, this blaster here, when it came out, had a couple issues. One, people were getting what we called slotted plunger tubes. There's a slot cut into the plunger tube. That was easily fixed and all that. Another problem was that this blaster only shot 140 out of the box. Now, that's too high for HVZ play of 130. And it's a little lacking in a 150 round. So really, this blaster had kind of no place on the modern play field. I mean, I know I'm going to get people that are going to jump me in comments and say that, but again, these are just my opinions. That was part of the problem. The blaster was a little lacking, in my opinion. Also, just the way I feel about it is that the blaster was overhyped and underdelivered. Such as the one review of this that we saw before anybody got samples. The guy basically said this thing was like the second coming of Jesus Christ himself. Literally. So, I mean, it's not all that, but it was definitely a nice little blaster at 140 FPS. It was just too small and not very wieldy to me, and it was severely underpowered. Now, they did take this blaster and they modified it, and they did other things to it. And I'll get into that with the Tactical Unicorn over here. But, I put in the plunger tube replacement. I changed out the plunger tube for the non-slotted version on this blaster. And I put in like a bigger upgrade spring for it, at least what they said. And it made the blaster unprimable, so I couldn't use it. So I ended up putting a stock spring back in this blaster. But still, 140 FPS is not bad. It's just, for household play, it's perfect. But you can't run it in HVZ because it shoots too hard. And in a 150 round, it's lacking. You see what I'm saying? That was my whole issues with this blaster here. Now, they fixed a lot of the issues with this one here. Okay, this is the Tactical Unicorn. This is the new one that came out in 2024. This is an Out of Darts exclusive, unfortunately. So that means that you guys in like Australia and other parts of the world that Out of Darts doesn't service are just kind of screwed. Sorry to say that. I hate to break it to you, but it is what it is. Now, the Tactical Unicorn basically took all the upgrades from the original Unicorn that people from the community did. Such as installing a buffer tube, stock and all, installing a buffer tube, putting in a better plunger head, better spring, better all that. Well, this company here, they actually went ahead and they implemented all those changes into this blaster here. Like this part here used to be 3D printed. Now this is all injection molded plastic, which is a lot better than anything 3D printed. Sorry to kill your hopes and dreams, you 3D printers out there, but it is what it is, and I don't care. But yeah, so what they do is that they took all of the modifications that the community did with this and they implemented it into this blaster. So basically, this blaster, in my opinion, is a more refined version than this one. I mean, just because of all the upgrades. Now, the original Unicorn, when it came out, was about $90. Okay, this one is anywhere between $135 to $150 at Out of Darts' site. If you get the misprint logo like this one, it's significantly cheaper. Okay, just saying, it's $135. So with shipping, it works out to be $150 on the nose. But this blaster here feels like a more refined version than its previous iteration. So I guess, the community working together with somebody, with a company like this one here, it kind of seems fitting, I mean, they definitely did improve this blaster, I will tell you this, compared from the previous iteration. I actually prefer this model here compared to the other one. I actually had to borrow this one back from my daughter because she uses this blaster. Because it's like one of the few blasters she can actually prime and wield easily. But it is what it is. But yeah, so I mean, if I had to pick, Because really, there's two ways you could do this. You could buy a stock unicorn and put all the upgrade parts into it yourself, and it would cost you more than $150 total between the cost of the blaster and the parts. Okay, it would cost you about 160 to 170. Okay, or you could go out and just buy the finished product here at Out of Darts, for between 135 and 150, and save yourselves a few dollars and some aggravation. And to me, I'm all about saving aggravation and torture. But yeah, I mean, if I had to pick a winner between the two blasters, I would probably pick this one because because it just seems more refined. But in any event, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for watching my comparison between the unicorn video, or excuse me, between the original XYL unicorn and the new tactical edition unicorn. Again, thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like and to subscribe. And until next time, this is Myler's Mods signing off.